going on, everybody? Finally, welcome back to the Mallycraft Woodshop. Oh man, it has been a long damn time since we've done anything in here. I'm ready to get to work. Been super busy at my day job. We got a hell of a lot of overtime done this year. Got a lot of good things done at work. Really happy with how the year turned out. 2025 was a decent year financially. So now if I could just make that happen here in my wood shop, we're good to go. Anyway, super quick video today. I want to do a little update on a new tool that we added to the shop. I don't really want to make this about versus anything. I just want to show you the reason why I added this tool to the arsenal. I think it's really handy. There's still a reason for the Milwaukee Orbital. I love that sander. Don't get me wrong, it works great. So does the Festool, but there's different reasons that I like them both. Let me put this in there. This has nothing to do with either one of these companies. They're not providing me any money. I really wish they would, but they're not. So not sponsored by anybody. This isn't trying to sell you anything, just to put you in the know. I love my red tools. I love the color red. If I loved yellow, I'd have the other brand. So it doesn't really matter. It's half one, six of one, half dozen of the other, however they say it. Okay. Now, going with that, the Festool sander, I will give it a slight edge. And here's why. It is so much quieter. We're getting to that. I want to go through the rest of the specs first. The weight on both of these guys is pretty much the same. That's going to depend on what kind of battery you have. The Festool, you see here, it's 18 volt. I've got a 4 amp hour on it. The Milwaukee, I've got my M18 5 amp hour XC. Both great. They both last quite a while. I'm happy with it. I have multiple batteries for either, so I can always swap out. I can sand for hours. No issues there. Dust collection. The Festool. So much better at dust collection. It's not a make or break for me. I mean, it's wood. We're going to make dust. But for little quick jobs where you don't want to make a giant mess, the dust collection on the Festool with the bag, amazing. It doesn't make that big of a mess. Super easy to clean up when you're done. Bang. Love it. The Milwaukee. If I'm going to use this thing inside, I have to have it hooked up to my dust collector. If not, it's a dust cloud, and you're going to be breathing everything that you're sanding off. So, just be aware of that when you're using these things. This one, don't get me wrong, by no means, this one with the bag is not a complete replacement for the dust collector. I will still use the dust collector on this if I'm doing a long job. Where I don't mind having all the noise going. I'm going to have earplugs in, blah, blah, blah. I don't wear a mask. I'm a man, have a beard. The Milwaukee. Everything about this I've always liked, and like I said, I'm going to continue using this. But the biggest difference is the noise, okay? When you're using the Milwaukee, you turn it on, and now you really cannot hear what I have to speak loud. I have to speak really loud for you to be able to hear me over this thing. So if you're have other stuff in the shop you're trying to listen to, you got some jams going in the background, you're not wearing your earplugs, and you want to hear or be aware of your surroundings, this one isn't always going to be the best choice. Now, check this out. When you turn on the Festool, you can still, it's loud, but you notice I'm not having to raise my voice as much as the other one. You can still have a conversation with this bad guy. If it's not going to kill the neighbors, crank up your stereo, a couple more notches. That one is perfect. No ear protection needed. Again, you have this hooked up to a dust collector, different story. Going to be making a lot of noise in the shop. You're going to have your ear protection in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. One other thing, I do like the pad. I lost my words. I like the sanding pad attachment system that they have on here. Their little hook and loop setup is pretty sweet. Sanding paper lasts a long time. I do like using the Festool brand. It's not that bad. Sometimes I'm a bargain shopper. I'll even go on eBay and buy my pads off of eBay. So you don't have to pay the premium price always. My Milwaukee, their system is a little different. I would say I like the attachment system better for the Festool. This one is your standard like hook and loop Velcro. So I mean, it's okay. I don't really like the normal discs. You know, I was using the what's the Diablo brand, you know, with the paper discs like these. They don't work so great on the Milwaukee. Again, like I said, the dust collection on this is not as good as the Festool. There's not as many holes. That's a giant difference between the two, okay? So I like to use the net sanding discs when I'm using the Milwaukee, just because it allows the dust collector to suck a lot more of the dust up through the disc and into the dust collector. So main two differences on those things. They're both great tools. The price point on this is friggin' ridiculous. If you don't have the money, just don't worry about it, or save up some money and buy it later. There are some options online where you can do like the Affirm and do payments. So I mean, if you really want it, splurge and go get it. If not, stick with this one. It does just fine. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. Appreciate you guys coming and checking the video. Let's get to work, everybody! All right.